Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another beautiful episode of the Game is the Game Pod. There's a new interesting topic we have to discuss today. Why do men prefer younger women? My name is Daje. To my right here.
My name is Jayola. Good afternoon, everyone.
So why do men prefer younger women? Jai, why do you prefer younger women? Or younger lady, whichever it is.
Okay. First thing, preference is personal. That's the first thing. Now, I'm trying to argue for why women prefer.
I'm asking you why do you prefer a younger woman?
I prefer someone that is mature. And maturity does not actually come with age. But then you see older people that are foolish and you see younger people that are mature. So that is where it comes from. But then the issue here, the topic for today is why do men prefer younger women? So I will speak
at least
that.
Let's say majority of men prefer younger women.
Okay.
So that's I think you are part of the minority that prefer.
I just prefer sense. That's why.
Some younger women comes with sense.
Exactly. So that's my point. That's why I say.
We all just know that generally when a woman is older, it comes with a lot of baggage. So that's just it. And the older a woman gets, it gets more difficult for them to actually give birth.
Okay. From my standpoint today, I think I'm going to start from. Let me start from puberty. Okay. Now, a woman, as a child growing up, there is this belief that girls mature faster than guys.
Sure.
Usually, a female child will reach puberty faster than a male child. Mm-hmm. Obviously, adolescence then. Now, by the time a young lady, 18, 19, she's most likely fully mature.
Body-wise,
sometimes in the head too. Yes,
because why do you think that is?
I'm not a biologist. I don't know why that
I
is.
think let's just stay on the social conference of it, not
the social conference of it. I don't know why a woman at 18 would look more mature or would grow faster than a guy at 18. But one thing I am sure of is that a guy at 18 is still trying to figure himself out. Obviously, the woman got to that point of maturity before him, so she has been able to figure out that stage.
Do you know what I think?
Okay.
From experience, I think it's because when young ladies start growing,
okay,
at the age of 17, 18, and they start dating, they mostly date older men.
Okay.
So most of the time they get sense through that. So, and if a woman is dating a guy that is much older, like let's say a 18-year-old girl or 19-year-old girl start dating, she most likely not date a guy of the same age range. She'll prefer at least 5 years older or maybe 6 or 7, because that age range, 5-6 years difference, the guy will be able to provide what she needs and the guidance she actually needs.
Okay.
So how it will be like, okay, I don't want to say fight that figure because it will be out of context. It will be like, okay, I'm dealing with somebody that's more matured, that can give me things that somebody of my age.
I think I agree with what you are saying. At 18, 19, even at 18, 19, a regular 100 level babe would not want to date someone in her class. She would prefer to be with someone in 400 level or 300 level. Sure. That has experienced the school, is able to put her through things, able to guide her, able to protect her.
It's just the natural instinct of women. They want a man to lead them, not a man that can show the way.
Okay, maybe natural instinct. That's also fine. A woman, like it is, men would lead. I know some people will not agree, but whether you like it or not, it is the natural order. There is an order to things in life, and that is why even in the jungle, the man will still lead. the male lions will still be the one to they will still be the one to lead and do some things.
Natural instead of protecting.
Exactly. So they will still be the one to lead and do some other things. Not necessarily saying the woman is supposed to follow foolishly, but then, like every other thing in life, someone has to lead, someone has to take responsibility, and in most cases it is usually the man that is expected to. That is why your first instinct, a man and a woman are in the house, you see a snake crawl in, the first instinct is for the woman to call the man to come and kill. It is only when there is no man around that she will have to man up
to actually do that,
to do it. The first instinct is to call on for someone that is stronger. It might not be physically, but then someone that is acclaimed to be stronger to do it. It is when that is not available. Some will not even take up that responsibility. They will leave the apartment and go and look for a man outside to come and kill that snake. So naturally, the natural order of things is the man is supposed to provide leadership, security, and the woman is supposed to be there to support, to help.
That word, support.
Support, to provide support. And now, where I have issue is people think providing support makes you weak. It does not make you weak. It is a strength in its own. It means that when this person does not see you around him.
Let me make a bit of emphasis. It's a massive strength in its own.
But I don't know why people tend to demonize being supportive. It's not a weakness. Because if you know that, if I, as a man, I know that I dey go out today and my woman is somewhere constantly gingering me that don't worry, everything will work out. Don't worry, now it's you will not even do well. But then in the modern world, they want to demonize that element of support that women provide, and that is where I have issues. I don't have issues with being the leader or being supportive. I have issues with people trying to demonize being the support system.
Be the helper.
Being the helper. That is where I have issues. So, like I was saying, or like you started, at age 18, 19, again, I'm going to use a school environment. A normal lady will want to go for a guy in 400 level, 500 level, sometimes 300 level, because she knows that, one, that guy has more experience. Two, he's able to protect because he knows his way around.
Sure.
Three, he has more resources at his disposal. Now, the resources varies. It might be financial, it might be mental, it might be human. It will definitely know more, of course. 100 level, you are still a fresher. You don't know people. But a 400 level person that has been in that same system for 4 years would obviously know more people and has the tendency to fix issues faster than
a lot. And women have
and of course
fixing problems for women makes them even like
you are a problem solver. You are a problem solver. So people will like you. They want to run to you at every point that I have this issue. I know you can help me with it. Of course I can. Then you help. So at that point she goes for someone higher. Meanwhile, the guy is still struggling to find his feet. In his class, might be moving to one or two babes. They will reject him. You are a small boy. That's the usual word. You are a small boy. Meanwhile, we are age mates, but you are calling me a small boy.
It's because they are now used to older men.
Yeah.
And they can tell the difference.
With time, by the time they get to 400 level, the person you are looking forward to for protection has left the system. He's no longer in the system to protect you. Might still be able to provide for you from outside if he is a good guy that has been able to lay good foundation with people, create proper human structure, might still be able to help from outside. But then that protection might not be all that because he's not physically present. It is what other people tell him they have done, he has to believe. By then, of course, the person you are calling small boy
will have grown to
is now a man. Now that person is now desirable to ladies in 100 level by that point.
Let me cut you short there. See, now in Nigeria, we are told that the legal age for women to actually get married or be in a relationship is 18. But nowadays, in the modern age that we are in currently, any man going for an 18-year-old lady or a 19-year-old lady is termed a pedophile. Do you think men trying to date or marry younger women are actually pedophiles?
Okay, for me, let me use the word personally. There is age of marriage, and it varies on the country, the religion. But in a case where, like I read somewhere that in a case where the age of marriage in a religion is lower than the one in the constitution of that society, the one in the constitution supersedes the one in the religion.
Sure.
So if, for instance, Islam is saying age of marriage is 13-14, and the Nigerian constitution is saying the age of marriage is 18, the Nigerian constitution will supersede Quran.
Sure.
Now if it is the other way around, then it is the religious rule we will follow.
For instance,
that is
in Kano, going by what you just said now, for instance, now in Kano, in the north, let's say in the north, there is Sharia law.
Yes,
and most
yes,
of
yes.
them actually go by Sharia law, not the Nigerian constitution. They don't
Yeah.
see the age of
which is wrong,
as a barrier.
which is wrong, because the age of maturity in Nigeria is still 18. That is when you become, that is when the country, the constitution recognizes you as an adult. So it is when you are expected to start taking responsibility for yourself and own up to issues. So if you are telling me I'm a Nigerian first before any other thing, whether we like it or not, you can say you are Yoruba first, but the constitution recognizes that you are a Nigerian first, and that the constitution that guides everyone says that the age of maturity is 18. That is when you are allowed to vote and do so many other things. Now once you are 18, you can marry legally. It is legally allowed. You are allowed to marry.
But to you, do you now think?
Okay, that is where I'm going to.
Okay.
Now, for me personally, one, I don't have the mental strength to deal with an 18-year-old in a relationship.
Okay.
Because at that point, I see it that we are not on the same mental wavelength. We are not.
But
while you are thinking of how you want to party with your friends at night, you want to drag me out. I'm an elderly man. I just want to sleep. Once it's 9 o'clock, I just want to sleep. I don't want to be outside by that time. You want to show off to your friends. Me, I'm already thinking futuristic. You want to buy weed of 1 million. Me, I'm looking at ways to make that 1 million 1 billion. So we are not on the same mental wavelength. So I don't see myself being with an 18-year-old or consider marrying an 18-year-old.
Yes or no? This is a yes or no question.
No, as long as you are 18, you are allowed to marry.
You are allowed to marry.
You are allowed to marry. So whether you now decide
to
marry
a man actually dating or marrying an 18-year-old girl, 19 or 20-year-old girl, is not a pedophile.
It's not. To me,
according to the Nigerian constitution.
It's not. As this person is 18, once you are 18, you become an adult. You are identified as an adult. You are able to legally vote. Then you are ready for marriage. Now, whether you now want to trigger that clause is left to you and whoever you want to be with. But to me, if you are dating, as long as the relationship started when you are 18, not below 18, that is recognizable, you are free to go, free on board. You are free to marry the person. Now, another place where the issue will come in is if we go by the modern day again mentality of saying when a 28-year-old man is with a 19-year-old girl, it is grooming. But if you flip the case, where a 26-year-old woman is with a 16-year-old boy, as in the case of a footballer currently, everybody has moved on. Nobody is talking about it. Because that is where I have issues. Double standards.
That's one of the double standard women actually.
I don't even have issues with him being 16 because I read that 16 is the age of this thing in their country. It's the age of maturity in their country. Right. So I have no issues with that.
Scenarios whereby you should know this kind of scenarios whereby our mothers growing up, some of us, our mothers actually have housemates, and most of the housemates are women, because housemates.
Of course.
So.
What are
and most of them
are you saying women are born maids?
Most of them. Like for instance, back then I could remember I had a friend, somebody that I think you know.
Okay.
I had a friend that the housemaid actually was the one that disvirgined him.
Okay.
I think then it was like 14 years or 15 years, and the housemaid was around like 21, 22. during that period, let me just bring this in. I know they will say no, it's not what it is, but let me just bring it in. During that period, they won't tag it as rape.
Okay.
Because as a 15-year-old boy, you see it as, oh, I'm enjoying myself as a guy. You won't see it as something that will actually like have any permanent or lingering effect on you in any trauma way. But flipping the whole situation, if a guy of that 26 or 27 is actually dealing with a 16 or 15-year-old girl as a maid, it will be tagged like you raped the girl.
Okay, so
what do you think about that?
That is where the society comes in. I think I read somewhere that even the Nigerian constitution does not recognize that you can rape a man.
Yeah.
It does not recognize that you can rape a man.
It does not.
Because all the definitions entrenched there does not put into consideration a man. So even in Nigeria as it is, as a man, if you go and file a case that someone raped you, now some people go first call you say you enjoy am abi you no enjoy am.
That's the first thing.
That's the first thing. That is where the society comes in. Our society we have found a way to make sure that men, we bottle unnecessary things up. In some situations like this that you have mentioned, you are not allowed to speak up because you are supposed to be strong, mentally, physically.
Fuck your emotions.
Exactly. You are not supposed to have emotions. Everything you think should not be emotional. You are supposed to be logical. They don't expect that a woman will overpower you to the point that it will become rape. So this kind of scenario that I have painted, even though now we consider it as rape, but then even if you say okay it is rape, what is backing you? You have nothing that is backing you at this point as a man. If your housemaid, a lady, rapes your 13-year-old son, there is nothing.
There is nothing. Nothing will happen.
Nothing. If you go to you arrest the person, and eventually most likely than not, you will lose that case.
And another thing that I've actually noticed is this: most guys of that age, when they actually start having sex at the age of, let's say, 14, 15 with older women, they tend to continue that trend into their adulthood.
Yeah.
And to me, I think it's a trauma response to that.
It is. And even to women, I think it happens to some women. When they start having sex with older men, some of them tend to continue in that pattern. Now, our mental strengths are different. The way I will react to an issue like that is different from the way you will react to it. While some people are able to remove themselves from the trauma and know that this situation is not normal, I'm not supposed to be, and it's not like it is, I don't even know if it is morally wrong to be with someone that is older. Once you are 18, I'm coming. Once you are 18, I don't think it is morally wrong to be. But then the society we are in tends to make it wrong. Like I said earlier, once you are 18, I'm fine with it. Now, but if you are below 18, you've had such an experience, we handle things differently. Like I said earlier, some are able to remove themselves from that trauma and say, no, this is not supposed to happen. It's not right. I'm a young girl. I should not be with this man that has almost finished with his life. I mean, maybe you are involved with a 50-year-old, 60-year-old guy. I'm just using an instance. And there are some that will just say, it has happened. What will I do? Let me just continue. That is why some people who have been raped in the past will just they just accept sex as it's nothing emotional. Let's just do and go, and before you know it, body counts don't they grow. Because they are not able to completely remove themselves from that event. And there are others that they have been able to. There are others that now the other side is they are. I mentioned one. Those are not able to remove themselves. And there is another two. Some are able to remove themselves and still maintain a strong mental health. And so that I still want to be with a man, but I don't want to be with someone that will abuse me, that will rape me, but I want to be with a man. And there is the third part. Those ones that a man rapes me. All men are killers. All men must die. all men must do this,
the
all
ones
the ones that
extreme.
are exactly. So they are divided into three. Those that will go to the extreme after removing, they completely remove themselves to the point that it will start hurting them. Those that will remove themselves and will be able to start afresh, let me use the word start afresh, refresh themselves that okay, this has happened, it's one of life's obstacle, I want to move on, I want to be with a better person than the person that's abused me. And there are those that have just accepted it the way it is, that it has happened, it has happened, let the spray begin.
I think men are more able to actually control that scenario. If a man experienced that kind of scenario I painted earlier, I mean, starting sex early,
while a good number will support your claim, there are still some that
sure there will always be minorities. The exemption.
There are still some that will just go all the way.
Most men can actually like control the narrative and feel like no, this is not going to be right for me. I can just like just change, try something different.
Yeah, I think I also think
talked with something they tasted for the first time, they find it very difficult to actually like withdraw themselves from that frame.
There are two angles to this thing that I have said. How does the society accept what has happened? In a man's case, the society does not even see it as a crime.
So that means mentally, the guy won't even see it as
a crime. Yes, he's going to see it as enjoyment.
Yeah, it won't be a problem.
To the woman, the society sees it as a crime from the man and sees it as a stigma to the woman. And in some societies, they will begin to judge.
Society has victimized.
Yes, they begin to judge that woman based on something that she does not even have control over. They begin to judge her. So again, there are always different sides to these things. There are those that, okay, for the man, it is seen as it is not a crime now. She really not bad doing. For the woman, you are a madman, you are a wicked man. Epa, eyinibon, egelese, egelori. Yeah, because the event it can be traumatizing. It can be traumatizing. But what I don't just like is the fact that men are left behind. If they can rape a woman, if they can rape a girl child, they can also rape a boy child.
Well, the thing there is, sure, they can rape a boy child, but the thing there is, a boy child can process it easily and faster.
Because again, like I said, the society has made it that way.
Stigma behind it.
The society made it that way. The day the society accepts that a boy child can be raped is the day we will start making progress. Because on that day, the first thing will be the civil societies will take it up and will try to look for a way to make it a law that a man can be raped. They will redefine the definition to accommodate men, because you cannot penetrate a man, you can only penetrate him, except of course anal.
Do you know usually actually support that claim that the society or the civil society or whatever it is should actually allow to make it look like a boy child can be raped? Because if you stigmatize that, you tend to breed weak men. You breed weak men, because now men will be seeing themselves as a victim of something like that. And if
but regardless of your gender, you can be a victim.
Sure, definitely.
It is how you handle it.
That's the thing, because see, if you actually make that like a normal scenario, like okay, the society should make it normal that a guy can be raped. Subconsciously, men will start seeing themselves as victims, and it will never help a man grow if you start seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances. Rather, the best thing you can do is let's just leave it this way, the way it is. We all know that men can be raped, but dwelling on it too much will actually create victimhood from the man's view of men.
That is where the society will come in. Okay, you have been raped, it has happened, we know that you are traumatized. How can we help you get better? How can we make things easy for you going forward? That is on one part. On the other part, as a man, you have to also understand that they know they cut you slack.
That's the thing.
So regardless, where I'm going is, regardless of being a victim, you still have to man up.
That's what I'm saying.
It is compulsory. So where I'm going is, okay, let's say they don't turn you to the victim in that instance. You grow up, you become an adult. Your oga at the office starts abusing you. I'm not even talking sexual abuses now, maybe emotional abuses, and in that situation you are a victim. Nobody, this time around is different from the sexual abuse. It's just a mental abuse or mental abuse. In this situation you are also a victim, but you know that you have to manage that situation to make sure that you come out of it properly. As a man, you know that ọ̀gá yìí fẹ́ máa fi mí pa, kí ni mo lè ṣe láti lè kúrò nínú situation yìí. Do you get? So now, if you are able to think through in that situation, you should be able as a man to think through it in a situation of sexual abuse.
Well, to me,
do you get what I'm saying?
I understand you.
So mentally, as a man, you should be strong. There are situations where you will be the victim.
Sure.
You cannot excuse it. So what happens when you are the victim?
Because the society does not actually have mercy on men. That is why I say the victimhood will never work for men. See,
I don't think it would matter. Let people suffer. I want it to happen so that people can suffer for their crimes.
If a man, no, in that,
let people suffer for their crimes.
Because there is sexual part.
If you abuse my son, I will do unthinkable things to you.
I'm not.
If the law does not act, I will do unthinkable things to you.
I'm actually just saying.
So it's better.
Sexuality, yeah.
Yeah, it's better the society accepts it for what it is, a crime, an abuse. Let the society.
The advantage I see from it is this, from a man's angle, is this.
Okay.
The fact that the society has not demonized it, has not make it like a victim situation for men, actually helps men to grow out of it instantly and process it much better.
It does not.
Yeah, see, for instance,
that is why. Hold on, let me put it this way. That is why there will be
an example.
Okay.
Let's set an example. Let's say a man steals now, and people are not shouting on him that okay, you're a thief. No stigma surrounding being a thief. He's not going to see that situation as he actually stole. He's going to see it as a
no. Okay. So what now happens if that continues? Now that is where the problem is. It will continue.
See, the thing is, for a man, so far the society does not stigmatize it. Now let's say, okay, the example I actually raised earlier, that my friend that was having sex with his maid. The age difference was around 7 to 8 years, if I can remember vividly. It was around 7 to 8 years. Then he actually didn't see it as he's being raped. He saw it as something he's enjoying.
Again, the society.
Sure, that's it. That's what I'm saying. If let's say now the society see it as rape, he's going to see himself as the victim of that circumstance.
Because he's a victim.
For him to actually get out of the victimhood as early as that, at the age of 15, he's going to keep seeing himself as the victim if another woman comes at him. That is why. Look at it this way. That is why, because the society has stigmatized it for women. That is why, if after that first scenario happens, the next scenario she's going to still go for something like that, because to her she will always see herself as the victim, even if she's at the wrong of that situation. Let's say a man older comes at her, okay, I want to actually date you, I want us to actually have a sexual relationship. The first thing that will come to her mind is, I'm the victim in this situation. Because she's going to see the man trying to come at her like, okay, because you are much older, you have these resources, and I'm powerless. You have power over me. Let me give you another instance. There's this, when I was in school then, university, there's this friend that I had, a female friend that I had. She couldn't say no. Like that was her greatest problem. She can't say no. Just move at her, and she couldn't say no. I experienced most of my male friends actually had sexual relationship with her
because she could not say no.
Do you know where the stigma actually started from? Because she already saw herself as the victim. Although she never actually dated young guys, because she was young then. She preferred older. But as soon as you are older than her, the first thing that comes to her mind, because when I spoke to her, we actually had an in-depth conversation about it. When I spoke to her it was like, what do they want? They want sex. That was how she actually lost her virginity. So any man that comes at her, the thing she believes the thing she accepts is, this guy just wants to fuck. Yeah, go ahead, fuck. That goes back to what you said earlier. She couldn't control it. Her mental strength was weak.
And she will have to work on the mental strength. Because hold on, if she continues like that, don't you think it will start affecting other things? It will start affecting.
Definitely,
so now that is where it comes in for you to make sure that you see professionals, talk to people. Because in a lot of cases, people who have been abused, they barely talk about it because stigma.
To me,
because of societal stigma.
Sure.
Now, the case I want to paint to you is now, do you know that there are some people that don't see rape as an issue? They don't see it as a crime. Why? Because they themselves have experienced it. So they have normalized it as a normal. Exactly. And that is because when he experienced it, there was no consequence.
Sure.
There was no consequence. So ó ti normalize ẹ pé ẹni yìí ṣe fún mi náà kò sí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí everybody move on nìyẹn tẹ́mi náà bá ṣe fáwọn èèyàn everybody náà máa move on ni, and that is wrong. It is assuming someone was dealt with for that person will know that this thing is a crime and I can be dealt with for it. And one of the solutions the society will find to it goes beyond just entrenching it in the law, giving it jail terms and all. There also has to be a proper process of rehabilitation
for the girl or the guy. For
any rape victim, there has to be a proper rehabilitation.
To me, I don't want to accept that society should actually, or the government should stigmatize or victimize a man when it comes to having sexual intercourse very early at the age of 14 or 15, because to me it's going to create victimhood in the mind of the men. I
still do not see the victimhood. I feel there should always be consequences.
Sure, there will be consequences.
There should always be consequences.
Because normally, if a parent finds out that his 14-year-old or 15-year-old boy is actually having sex with his mate.
Okay, now what of in a situation where it is a guy that raped a guy? Do we still say?
I don't know
exactly. That is what I'm saying. It is still a crime. It is not less of a crime.
Okay,
it is still a crime.
Let me try.
It's still a crime.
See, this is it. If it's a situation whereby a guy rapes a guy, constitutionally, it's against Nigeria constitution.
Hold on. There's a difference between the act itself is against the law, but that kind of person has committed 2 crimes.
Sure. No. See,
you know that kind of
scenario.
So when is someone that has committed 2 crimes?
It's like killing your fellow man. It's like killing your fellow man.
From my own standpoint is, in that situation, that person has committed 2 crimes and should be punished for both, not one.
Normally.
Now, what you are saying is that you should not be punished as a man. As a man, they should not make people suffer for raping you. But if a gay guy should rape,
they should not make people suffer for raping you. What I'm trying to say is this: the society should not victimize it.
There's no way you are a victim. There's no 2 ways about it.
To me, the way I see it as a man being victimizing himself, it's not going to help you develop mentally as a man.
Let's move on. Okay. We are spending so much time on this, and this is not where we are going to.
Let me just say this with this last statement. See, check around you.
Okay.
Men that victimize themselves, most of them, majority of them are mostly not successful. And there's this word, they actually feel like they deserve everything.
More than you are giving them. Again. An entitled person is an entitled person.
No, it's
regardless of the sex. Regardless of
it's coming from a victim mindset most of the time. When you feel entitled to something, it's coming from a victim mindset most of the time.
Okay, but this abuse is still not. It's still. See, I consider. Okay, do you know there are abuses that might not be constitutionally unlawful?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Someone can constantly be calling you a monkey, right? Someone can constantly be calling you a monkey, and it gets to a point where you start feeling less of yourself for that. You know that it is not constitutionally unlawful.
The emotional aspect.
That is just because you are emotional as a guy. You become the victim in that situation, blah blah blah. But this one, it is a crime for you to rape anybody. I keep saying it. It is a crime and should be treated as such.
For you to rape anybody.
It is a crime and should be treated as such.
What I'm trying to say is this: treating it as such will create more victim.
It will not.
Victimize it.
It will not. Okay, in a situation that I just painted to you now, how do you deal with it? You find a way to deal with it now. Sure. Then you find a way to deal with that too. There's always a way.
It's easier for you to actually overcome it.
One of the responsibilities of a man.
Everything in society have actually stigmatized or made man being a victim of. Let's look at for an example. Okay, let's say a woman actually like cheating you on your financial struggles. Okay, you have money and a woman actually swindling you off your money. That kind of stuff. If the society actually didn't victimize a man of it, I don't think a man will actually see it as, oh, you just see it as, oh, let me just get on with my life and start again.
Because that is not a crime now. You don't swindle me for love now. I spent on you because I like you, and when I like someone, I want to express myself.
That's the financial. That means like
see this scenario you painted is what I call. Okay, I don't have a name for, but I have how I describe it. Now, I like myself. Right? I like to eat good stuff. I like to wear good stuff, right? So when I like to eat good stuff, I go to nice places to eat. When I like to wear good stuff, I get original, I don't get fake. You come into my life, Abi, I'm expected to love you and like you like myself. If I like you like myself, that means I'm supposed to treat you like myself. And if I treat you like myself, it means when I'm getting a wristwatch now, maybe I'll get the female version for you. Now, it is your problem if you see it as you swindling me. It is not my problem because I am treating you.
There are some women who actually pretend. It's confusing here. Like
I understand what
some
you
women actually pretend that okay, you know deep down.
You still do not understand me. I understand what you are saying. What you are saying is the woman is pretending to get from you. But in that situation, I am not pretending. I am genuine. I am spending on you because I like you. It is not about you in that situation. It's about me.
Okay.
So if I'm spending on you, you have not swindled me. I'm spending on you because I like you. If I don't like you, I won't spend on you that way. So now, in a sexual abusive situation, it is a crime. Like it is not about just you. It is about what you are going to put that person through. I'm not putting you through anything by spending to you or spending on you.
I'm not denying the fact that the act is a crime. I'm just saying victimizing it for a man is not going to gel well for that man.
It will, because you always, as a man, see, Jide, like what I wanted to say when you didn't allow me. As a man, one of your responsibilities is to own up to situations and deal with it as it has come. You have to. Nobody is going to cut you a slack as a man.
Sure, definitely.
You have to accept that this thing has happened, and I will deal with it accordingly. And when you deal with it, you let it go. That is what a man should be. That is how a man should act. And it will not be different in a case of sexual abuse. Someone abuses me, I understand that I am the victim in that situation.
Do you know what?
I will deal with it accordingly, legally, and when I've dealt with it, I will move on.
Sure.
That is what men do. Men do not linger. You don't linger on issues that have been dealt with. No.
That is the way we've been programmed.
No, that is
situation.
That is
societal men.
Let me. I want to explain something to you. Do you know that if we all act the same way, we will hate ourselves?
Definitely.
The reason we like ourselves is because of our individual differences. We are supposed to, as men and women, we are supposed to complement each other. So if we act same way, that compliment would not be there. We will begin to hate ourselves. That is why when a woman tells you, I want you to be like this, I want you to be like this, don't see your complimentary aspects because she thinks this is how it should be. When you become that person she wants you to be, she will no longer like you.
Sure, definitely. That's just not.
So what I'm trying to say is, when you accept that as a man and a woman, we are not supposed to handle things the same way. We will be in the same situation and we will not handle it the same way. Let me give you an instance. if an armed robber should come into this house now, your first instinct is to protect your wife. Our own first instinct is to fall on the floor and start crying, most likely. Do you understand? Same scenario, you guys are in the same situation, but the reactions are different, completely different. That is how life wants it to be. The moment you start victimizing yourself the way a woman will victimize herself, or even after this case has been dealt with properly, you still see yourself as a victim, then you are not complimenting nature. Or you are not bringing in that your complimentary part.
What you are failing to acknowledge is this. See, the role society or programming from society plays,
okay,
it's large and huge. See, a man being a victim, seeing himself as a victim, it will make you grow.
But not every man will see himself as a victim. That is what I'm telling you. A man is a man. He will find a way.
Why it's like that is because society has made us believe that.
And it is a good thing because it helps us to compliment others.
The same society now makes it look like you are now the victim.
You are not understanding me. Okay, let me put it this way.
Actually seeing it from this programming, the positive programming society actually.
No, I'm not seeing it from there.
Yeah.
I give you an instance of when a man and a woman when a man and a woman are in the same situation and how the reactions are different. In sexual abuse, a man and a woman, it is the same situation. It is how you react to it that will be different. That is what I'm telling you. Because the victim.
This discussion.
I mean,
let's move on.
There are so many examples that I use to explain this.
Dealing with a younger woman, let's say now you are actually dating a younger woman age 18 to 25. What are the positives from it?
The positive,
I want you to talk from your own personal experience.
Okay. The positives, I think the major positives is just that the adventure. That's just it.
It's fun.
That's just the adventure. But about the adventure and kúrò.
See, the thing there is this. Even if you are dealing with the way me I see it, even though you are dealing with an older lady, the basis is they are both women.
Okay.
They will see demonstrate that feminine trait. She understand. So rather than actually like go for an older woman that comes with more baggage, to me the way me I see it, I prefer a younger woman that I can mold to what I want.
This molding issue, we don't talk about this thing.
That's the way I like it. I rather a woman that's actually like experiences, sexual experiences actually lead to let's say one. To me, one is okay.
Okay, I have a contrary opinion to this molding. This molding issue, I have.
She is going to judge you whether you like it or not. She's going to see you from different lenses.
Okay,
and she's going to compare.
I have
the way we men can actually like just offload this and just put on another art and deal with you squarely for who you are. Women don't actually have that capacity.
I have a different opinion.
Except maybe she's very promiscuous, so you won't enjoy such a woman.
I have a different opinion from this molding issue. As an adult male, I do not see it as my responsibility to mold you.
Okay.
Now, as an adult male that has also been through the same thing you have been through in this our country, it is not my responsibility to mold you. It is your responsibility to come molded. We'll make few adjustments. Now, I'm going to use a potter. Hold on. I'm going to use a potter as an example. There's a difference between molding molding a building from the ground and making modifications to a building.
I think that is the right word I should actually use. The thing is, to me, it's not about molding from the ground. I'm not.
What you are saying is molding from the ground.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You said
that's not what I'm saying. Okay. Molding from the ground is not what I'm saying. See, making that few adjustments. Hold on.
Okay.
Like, making that few adjustments at a younger age, it's easier than making that adjustment when she's like 28, 29.
Okay, do you believe in this school of thought that says that experience is the best teacher?
For a woman, I don't believe in that school of thought.
Why?
It's not applicable to women.
Why?
What is a woman doing with experience?
Even at work?
No, I'm not. No, I'm talking about sexual experience.
No, I'm speaking generally now. I'm speaking generally. Do you believe that experience is the best teacher? Okay, so why do you think sexually experience is not the best teacher?
Thank you. This is it. See, a woman that's actually sexually experienced, that means she has dealt with 4, 5, 6 number of.
Or she has dealt with one person that has done so many things.
That is easier to deal with.
You still do not understand. It's not in all cases that she has dealt with different men. There are cases that it is only one person that has given her different angles.
That's why I said earlier that, see, a woman actually having like a one boyfriend before, it's easier to deal with.
I still do not agree.
See, it's easier.
Okay. Let me put it this way. I agree with you that it's easier to deal with them. But me, I am saying that personally, I do not see myself as an amokoko. I do not want to mokoko. I want to go to the market. Hold on, I want to go to the market.
I think you took my mold literally.
No, it's not literally because the type of
I don't want to mold a woman from the ground up.
No, you still do not understand. The molding I am talking about.
That's what you said.
No, listen. The molding I am talking about now is in this case is a way that what you are saying is just maybe the person has just one previous partner and you are able to this is how it is done. You are able to spoon feed the person technically. Because the reason I use the word spoon feed is because that person does not have the experience. Ìwọ ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń kọ́ ní basics. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Someone with one sexual experience is not. You cannot compare it to someone that has had 4 sexual experience or 5. Hold on. You cannot compare it. You have to begin to spoon feed in quotes, because I don't even know how I'm going to explain this. You have to begin to teach them, especially if the person has been with a terrible partner. You have to begin to teach. This is how you are going to do this. This is how you are going. But someone that has had 3, 4, 5 partners will know. So that is why there's categorization. Hold on. That is why there's categorization of experience. There is amateur. There is amateur. There is intermediate. There is experienced, and there is expert. What you are saying is the amateur stage. I am not talking about the amateur stage. I am talking from a stage of the experienced, not the expert level. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm talking from a place of the experience, not the expert level. I am not willing to do the work of amokoko technically. I'm not your father. I don't want to teach you. I want you to come with experience. Then we just make very tiny. This type of this thing we are talking about.
Actually, like people like you.
Requires it. No.
You will look beyond their sexual history.
No.
Don't worry.
You are the one that is mistaking it. Like I said,
look at it.
The expert level is not for me.
Even the experience level is not for me.
Okay. That is where personal preference is coming.
See, at the age of a girl at the age of 21, 22, with a single sexual experience, it's easier for you to actually like alter our beliefs, our thinking, and when I mean mold, shape her into what you want, so that it will benefit you and the family.
Can I speak?
Hold on.
Statistically, this category you are talking about tend to divorce more. Statistically,
I don't want to believe that. Except see.
No, I'm not coming with I'm coming to you with facts. Statistically,
you Google it.
I've done my research.
No, a woman with 4, 5, 6 body count can compare you with a sexual history easily, because to her to be like, let's go a bit sexual. Hold on. Let's go a bit sexually explicit here. See, a woman that actually has like different tastes in dicks, the short, the long, the medium, the fat, whatever, and you are coming with you. Girls will say what I'm about to say now, but to me I prefer it to be like, I know what I want and I'm going for it. A girl that has like 4, 5 dicks experience now, she can easily compare you. She will know whether you are doing it right or not, because she has the history to compare with. But a girl that actually has 1 or 0, 1 to 0, I'm talking about sexual content of it. I'm not going outside. That has 1 or 0. It's easier for her not to even judge, to compare with nothing.
Okay.
Now the aspect of she now doing what you want now depend on you as a man, on how you can lead.
Okay, I want to ask a question.
Where it leads to divorce.
I want to ask a question.
As a man, okay.
I want to ask you a question.
Hold on.
This being with a younger woman that you're talking about, is it being with her just for the fun or for marriage?
I don't care. I can marry a younger woman.
No, I'm asking. No, let's be specific with this argument.
Even with the fun and the marriage, both.
Okay, I'm going to talk on the marriage now. Now, statistically, like I said earlier, when the age of marriage is young, they tend to be divorced. It is not a hearsay. Hold on. I allowed you to talk now.
Okay.
Let me talk.
Okay.
It is not about this thing. It's a statement of fact. Now, where I will come in also is that, to further buttress that point, is that when you marry with very little experience, whether you like it or not, there are ikokos outside. And I think it was one of the things we were discussing before we started. Hold on. Let me talk now. I think that was one of the things we were discussing before we started this episode. There are so many ikokos outside. Now, imagine that you have kept her, she has only one. Something happened one day, she was able to taste another guy. Unluckily for you, the guy gave a world-class performance than you. What do you think will happen?
That is where it comes down to you as a man leading the woman.
Okay, so hold on. I now have another question. Do you think you can monitor a woman?
This is not about monitoring. You
okay.
can't. Nobody can monitor anybody for 24 hours, 24/7. Okay. Even as a man, you can't monitor a man 24/7. So what I'm trying to tell you is this, Jai. See, dealing with a woman at that age, except you as a man, you don't know what you want, and you don't know the direction of your life, or you don't have the money to actually finance what you want. That is when
you deal with a younger woman. If you don't have direction, why would I have direction with my life? I'm be chasing someone that is dealing with school stress when I'm dealing with work stress.
No, don't look at it literally that way. Like somebody dealing with school stress. Nowadays, a 21, 22-year-old girl is out of university.
The age will still be different. The mental capacity is still different.
That is where it comes down to how you lead. That is where it comes down to how you lead. See, a younger girl will follow when you lead right. When you don't lead right, yes, when you don't lead right, a younger girl might not follow.
Jide,
the way you see it, experienced women, because to me it's like, what am I dealing with you? What? I can only have you for fun as an experienced woman. What you're telling me now is that if you know a girl, okay, let's say you're about to get married now, and you know, okay, your fiancé is with like, she's experienced with 6 or 7 different men. Are you telling me now that you won't actually consider that as a negative effect?
Why is it a negative? How is it a negative effect? How? Listen, no, I'm asking you a question. How? One, hold on. You are the one that is mistaking what I am saying. And I'm not mistaking what I'm saying. And I'm saying that I am telling you that has a lasting effect on me. It has no effect. What affect you? What me? I am saying it has no effect. I'm telling you, I'm giving you categorization. Amateur, professional, experienced, and expert. Again, what you are saying is amateur. What I am saying is experience. Experience is different from expert. Hold on. Let me talk. Okay. Experience is different from expert. What you are fixated on is those that have 100, 200 body counts. No, that is not what. No, I'm not saying 100, 200 body counts. I'm saying 4 and above, 3 and above. It's a lie. I say it categorically. It is a lie. It is a lie. I've given you statistics. You are here to give me one statistics. I'm asking you statistically. You are here to give me. I don't care about statistics. Give me facts. The nature of men says it all. The natural nature of men says it all. A man who, okay, for instance, now let me read something for you. I've given you facts. I'm giving you facts.
Hold on. Before I actually let me tell you this. The natural nature of men says it all. A man naturally will actually prefer a younger woman. A woman from the age of let's say constitutionally 18 to like 25, because to them the understanding is they have the higher chance of actually giving birth. Giving birth to them for them won't be as stressful as a woman of 28 and above. I know there are some exceptions from 28 and above that
this particular thing.
Hold on. I know there are some women from the age of 28 and above that they don't actually find it difficult to actually give birth. I understand there are some exceptions, but the natural phenomenon of it, natural take of it is this: a man will want a younger woman, and preferably a virgin. But the modern take, that's in the olden days. Society changes, so the needs and wants of a man change depending on how women are. It's because now women are more promiscuous. That's why men will tend to settle for women of with 3, 4, 5, 6 body counts. Because now the modern society we have now, women are more promiscuous. In the olden days, our great grandfathers, before you can marry, they will actually confirm if the woman is a virgin.
And there are no women that have had 4, 5 marriages, 6 marriages.
There are women like that.
Exactly.
No, those women are exceptions. You are making this exception. Exception is the rule. The exceptions are not the rule. The rule of society is if the majority do something. That is how.
Let me ask you another question.
The majority, not the minority.
Let me ask you like 2 or 3 questions, and I don't want long stories. Just give me direct answers.
Okay.
Can you marry a divorcee?
Never.
Why? No, hold on. A divorcee that married as a virgin. Just one body count. A divorcee that married as a virgin. Just her husband and they divorced. Can you marry her?
Okay, with kids.
Okay, without kids. I remove the kids because I know the kids might be exceptions for you. She does not have a child for the person.
Without kids.
And they are divorced. One body count.
Without kids, it depends on her age.
Okay, I'm saying 25. No, 22.
22.
Yes, a 22-year-old divorcee that does not have a child. Can you marry her?
Yeah, I can consider, but she won't be top of my priority.
No, I'm asking yes or no.
Yes.
Now, do you now know that those set of people even have a higher risk of divorce? Because as they get married,
I'm not sure about that. So I won't say no. Yes. Okay, continue.
I'm giving you facts. I'm not arguing.
I won't say it's a fact.
It is a fact.
Minority of people. It
is a fact.
That category of people, the minority of people.
I'm still telling you. Do you know that people who have to marry more than once, they increase their chances of divorce as they get married?
It depends on the situation that actually God made them divorce. And what you just said now, that okay, our husband is dead.
No. I didn't say dead. I didn't say a widow. I said a divorcee.
A divorcee. Okay, so that's why I asked you initially. Why did she divorce? It depends on the reason why she divorced.
Because the context in this situation is not.
No, it's beyond that. No. Okay, you asked me.
Hold on.
And I have to actually look at all variables before I decide to marry. I said yes because he said it's simple. And I'm looking at the details part of it.
I'm giving a simple narrative. Can you marry a 22-year-old divorcee with no child? I said yes.
I said yes. There are other reasons why I said yes, because you didn't actually go deeper on why she is divorced.
Okay, let me increase the objectivity level now.
Okay.
Let me increase. Okay, a 22-year-old divorcee with no child that had irreconcilable differences with her man.
Okay.
And some of the irreconcilable,
there are so many things involved.
Some of the irreconcilable differences include abuse, emotional, physical, right? Can you?
Going by that baggage, no.
Okay. Can you do someone that does not have abuse? They just grew apart and they decided that at that point that they don't want to be together again.
They grew apart. What actually made them grow apart?
They just, after they married, they realized that
there are more details to this thing than we are just making it as simple as.
I'm giving you scenarios to broaden your this thing now. I already got what I wanted to tell you, that regardless of whether she's young or not, or the experience, what will be Jide. hold on, like I said earlier,
it depends on how you as a man you are leading a woman. I know that sometimes, see, the personality of women actually comes into play into this too also, because there are some women that no matter what you do for them as a man, kò ní tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn.
exactly.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That is why I'm saying there are some other things. No, that's what I'm saying. There are some other things. Now let's say you are leading right, and this girl or woman you are actually married to is from a good home. Hold on. You are saying some father is there to guide her and nurture her. Mother is there to guide her and nurture her. Like they don't actually have much problem with their family. Normally, families experience one or two issues, but not much problem that actually created any damage. She's contented and she doesn't have any drama that comes with her. Such a woman, and you are a guy that leads well. Such a woman, you won't experience anything off. Why is it that our fathers actually, like, most of them, majority of them actually married our mothers as virgins?
Okay, I have a question for you. Why is your leadership selective? Yes. Because hold on. Let me complete it.
Okay.
Now, when you want to elect a president, it is not just the sensible in the society that votes. Both the sensible and the mad people will vote. The leader. Once the leader comes into power, he does not decide to lead the sensible and leave out the foolish. The leadership is for everybody. So I'm telling you, what I'm saying is, why is your own leadership restricted to an inexperienced, naive woman?
See, why you quoting naive?
Because a woman with no, that's a very feminist word. Why would you ever say a woman is naive? So women are not naive. Why would you say a woman that knows how to buy and sell shit then is naive? I said what I said. No. Why is your leadership restricted to inexperienced women? I'm asking you. Thank you. As a true leader, you are supposed to be father for all. You are supposed to be father for all as a true leader.
There is a saying that goes by this. There's a saying that goes by this. The woman you marry will determine the shape of your life in the future as a man.
Okay.
That is why, for me as a man, I select diligently.
As a uncle?
What the fuck? As a leader, you're not. As a family unit, it's a family unit. Why will I be bothered about a multitude of people rather than the person I want?
And you don't think the fact.
I'm not bothered about that now.
Hold on. And you don't think the fact that you have to select the people or the person you lead is a problem? Now, I'm coming from this. Hold on. Let me just say now. Repeat what you just said. You don't think that selecting the person or the people you lead is a problem? Now, coming from this point, I'm just saying. Do you know that there are no 2 or 3 children that are the same?
Sure, definitely.
You have some that will stress you more than the other. Abi? So why are you not just leading the one that will not stress you and just abandon the one that is stressing you?
Because I don't give a fuck about the one that will stress me.
So you are saying that you are going to pick one child over the other? No, that is what you are saying. Because the example you just said now doesn't tally with what we are talking about. It does.
Okay, let's put it this way. I want to actually marry a woman now. It's a 22-year-old woman or 23-year-old woman, whatever it is. And I look at her deeply and I'm like, okay, she's from a good home. Her mom respects her father. There's no, like, the father controls the home diligently. She won't actually see me as somebody that is controlling because she has an example. And there are some healthy control and there are some bad control. We know that. But no matter what it is, as a man, whether you like it or not, you should be. Leading a woman comes with a bit of control. You can't just lead a woman and you believe you won't be able to control her. Why? That does not work. It comes with a bit of control. Now, me selecting diligently comes with the fact that I want peace and I want to be with a woman that will actually give me what I want. Not because society demands me to do this. No. From what you said earlier, it's like saying, oh, okay, because society demands us to actually like consider other women, so I will actually like ignore my own peace of mind to select the one that won't give me peace of mind. That is the kind of situation you painted earlier.
That is not.
Yes, hold on, because what you said, because what is what you said, you are saying, oh, why am I ignoring the ones that are inside the society, that are in the society, but won't actually give me what I want? That is why you brought in the issue of children, and I told you, see, you can't make that kind of comparison. Having a wife and raising kids are two different things.
But you have to exert leadership in both situations.
It's a different kind of leadership now. It's a different kind of parental leadership and husband leadership is different. You can't just combine the two and make it to one.
Okay, let's break it down. What does parental leadership entail?
Even us, we as at this stage, so we can tell the difference. No matter how much you see it, you can't love all children equally. There will be the cocky ones. There will be the ones that will follow all instructions, but they can't think for themselves. Different personalities will come in, but there will be one that we know, our parents know, and you and I know that our parents actually prefer and like better. Now, the parental role is for you to not let your children know that you prefer one over the other. You have to show them equal love. I do tell my woman this. I do tell her this, that okay, there will be a stage in life that I will get to. I'll call my kids down. I'll sit them down. I'll tell them this. See, I want to help you in life, and I want God to actually take me to that stage. I want to help you in life. When you are at so age, let's say age 25, you have access to 40 million naira to help yourself grow, and that is the maximum I can give you. Whatever you do with that money is on you.
Okay.
That's me. That's the planning. Because I want you to help you grow, to move fast in life. So it won't be like you are struggling. Whatever you do with that money, it's on you. That is parenting. Now, the husband part of it is you leading a woman, understanding a woman for who she is, not who she wants to claim she is. For who she is. And reading that right, so that she won't sway away from your leadership. I know there are some other life experiences that will derail it, but judging by you picking right from a good home, she will not understand that there are some times that things in the family won't be rosy.
So are you saying someone that has 5 body counts cannot come from a good home?
Well, it's possible. But at the same time, what I like is this: come from a good home, low body count.
Okay, that is what you like.
And I'm very sure a lot of men said this.
Does it mean if I like someone that comes from a very good home with low body counts, but not as low as you want, does it mean it is wrong?
Well, I would rather give my marriage a higher chance of being successful than decreasing that chance because of my own personal selection.
And I also told you for a fact that ladies who marry younger tend to divorce more.
And I'm telling you for a fact also, because they tend to divorce more. I don't know if that's a fact, because to you believe that's a fact. To me, I believe there are more reasons behind it, and I believe there are so many things now. It's marriage or relationship.
So that is where I'm coming from. I need you to understand the fact that so many things can happen regardless of whether the person has 1 body count or 5 body count or 2 body count.
The idea is this. It will reduce the chances of she misbehaving. The lower the body count. See, I'm not saying there are no other factors. Other factors like coming from a bad home. The mother is the leader in their home. All those factors will affect her, even if she has a lower body count, because she will see women as leaders, and you try to lead somebody like that.
No, you are just bringing in the other factors. Initially, hold on. Okay. Initially, you restricted it to just the sexual experience.
Because that's what we're talking about. Then you were the one that actually expanded.
Yes, I had to expand it because it should not just be about the sex. What we are talking about is supposed to be.
That is why I brought in the family. So if that is why I brought in the fact that the personality, our own personality, because all these things are factors that you have to consider when you want to settle down as a man. You can't just stop. See, like I said earlier, sexuality is not only the major reason why you actually have to settle down. Because she has 786 body counts will be the only reason why you have to nullify her. Me, it's a reason why I will nullify you, even if I know you're a good woman, because I will look at you like, okay, 6'7", what will they compare? I know feminists out there would think because so you can't handle women.
And please let me also add a disclaimer. The fact that I said they should come with a little bit of experience does not mean I want to be with a prostitute. That is hold on.
Say prostitution was expert.
That's
your own experience is from 4 and above, Abi.
It's not even an above. There is
okay. What's your range? No. You still do okay. Tell me. I get you. What's your range of experience? Your own experience. What is the age range within that experience you actually?
The problem is I don't even have a range of 4 to 20. No, my own is that one.
Okay.
Don't be community benefits. That one is different from prostitution. Hope you know. Community benefit no. Prostitution you are doing it for. You are doing it for money.
Okay.
So community this thing might not even be for money.
Just give me
animal shower.
Okay.
I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about someone that is decent. I'm talking about decency.
Let's move forward.
Not the way you are actually not the way you are projecting. Not the way you are
see.
I'm talking about decency.
Let me just put this in. See. A woman with 4 body counts and above, let's say above like 8. Do you see where I'm coming from here? I don't think you see it. See, the idea is this: you've gone through. It's like, that be or 40 leaves. You don't call papers slowly. What are the cons of dating a younger woman? We've talked about the pros, even though we went at length and we buttressed it to even some other aspects.
The cons, I think the major cons for me is the fact that one, they tend to be in their in the period where they want to try new things, they want to explore, and me, I've left that stage. If it was when I was at that stage, I'm a just explore, but then I've left that point. I don't think I want to really go deep into that point again. That is why I was saying that at least to an extent, come a bit experience. But when you are still at that, and I'm not talking about just sexually in this point, in this case, I'm talking about even the mental state. As a 22, 23-year-old, you still have some things you are yet to decide on. Sometimes 3 men asking you yourself will confuse them. Even though they don't really want to do it, they might tend to find themselves in situations that are compromising. For instance, this is a common scenario. You as a man, you don't dey work, you dey office, your babe dey like 200, 300 level, she dey school. You dey work, the reason how life will go.
Sorry that make I cut you short. Sorry that. See, me, or generally, I won't advise any man, even if you want a younger woman, don't ever date a girl still in school.
That means you have reduced the circle you were talking about there. Because hold on.
I think that is
normally okay. Let me start from this point of view now. Recently, the government were trying to pass a law that the university should not admit people that are not up to 18 years yet. Now, if someone that wants to study medicine now, to our school in 18, that means to be 23, 24 kó tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tán university.
Private.
To bá government like 10 years with that one, 18 plus 10, that's 28 years. So now you have also reduced the circle we are talking about. So, but let's even put that aside. If we are looking at it from not dating someone that is still in school, it will reduce the scope. You have reduced your scope. Let's put that aside. Another baggage, that's major baggage. Then if the person is now unlucky and still in school, you have to deal with constant school stress and personal stress are the same, that is too stressful for you. A man that is working, I'm going to use Lagos as an example. You have to go from mainland to island every day, and your babe will just call you by 12 o'clock, maybe when you want to go for a meeting, that one man is stressing her in school, he wants her to sleep, he wants to sleep with her. You still have your own stress to bother with and all of that. So I think the weight of responsibility on me will be too much, and I don't think I'll be able to provide the necessary support in that situation.
Okay.
In all honesty,
to me, the cons is most of them are seeing that child-like phase.
Yeah, it's part of that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They are still exploring. They have not decided on so many things, and I think one of the reasons the statisticians were looking at was the fact that when you marry young, you have not really seen so much angles to different things. No, so as you grow up,
that angle of seeing so much angle to different, I think it's a feminist.
It's not. Let's look at it from this angle.
Okay, wait,
hold on.
That is okay.
Let's look at it from this angle.
Which angle of experience are you talking about?
Life. Hold on. The way, okay, a 22-year-old who has had maybe one serious relationship, Abi. Now,
let's go too fast.
Listen, no. There's no one previous relationship. Then you come into her life. Then you take her to your mom's house. She wears tí o máa ń kọjá bí àwọn
tube, is it
àwọn
tube?
one yard kìíní tó máa ń wọ̀ ní àkọjá no ìrókọ́
is it tube or the
tube tó wá wọ àwọn miniskirt ìkànnì àwọn musician wa yẹn tó máa ń ju àwọn skirt ọlọ́pàá kan yẹn tó wá wọ̀ tó lóun fẹ́ tẹ̀lé lọ lé mọ́mì.
You won't even bring somebody like that. You won't allow something like that.
Hold on. She won't allow something like that. You as a man to that is on one side. Now she does not even dress that way. She gets to your parents' house. Your dad wants to talk to you, Abi, because you go. Then your mom is in the kitchen trying to make food. You in that situation, what do you think that person is supposed to do? Join the mother in the kitchen. Sure. You don't even have to do anything. Just join her in the kitchen and be gisting with her. Create a bond. But me, I am telling you that a 22-year-old will not know that that's what she's supposed to do. That she's going to sit alone in that sitting room and be waiting for you.
Okay.
That is why I said marriage or relationship at that stage has a whole lot for, especially for a guy. It has you expect a lot of what I mean. I've gone beyond the point where I go into relationships hoping to teach people basic things. If I'm going to teach you anything, it will not be basic things. Tó bá dé tí o bá rí àwọn stages kan, the way the person will handle, the way an experience I'm talking about here now is not even sexual.
Yeah.
The way an experienced woman will handle some, like the situation I just painted, she will automatically know that bí wọ́n ṣe dìde tó tẹ̀lé dájú lọ yẹn. She will just stroll into the kitchen and go and be gisting with mommy. Or you are at a family gathering where àwọn ìyàwó lé wọ́n jókòó táwọn olópò tán dáná. She will go and sit down inside and be watching TV.
See, Jai.
Or she will go and sit somewhere and be pressing phone. Jai. She will be on Instagram fighting or on Twitter fighting.
What you just stated now, and that is where the family, where she actually grew up, family background comes into play.
Not necessarily.
Yes, look at it this way.
I disagree.
It depends on the kind of upbringing you actually have. See, you as a man, you know that, okay, let's say you actually at your okay, let me cite the same example you actually gave. You went to your fiance's family's house and you are there. The father is outside trying to maybe clear the compound or whatever he's trying to do. You as a Yoruba man, you know instinctively that I have to stand up and just go and help this man because you are a Yoruba man and your culture.
But age still what if they marry yẹn even if they are Yoruba,
see,
they are still feminist in that age presently. I'm not talking about the past present.
See, the modernization of the society is what is creating that loophole.
that loophole for a girl of 18, 22 not to know that okay, if I'm at my fiance's family house and his mom is in the kitchen.
Now you have mentioned society, you have not mentioned family. So I mentioned family. Hold on. The Yorubas will say ọ̀tọ̀ ni kó tọ́yàn, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kó tọ́yàn, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kó tọ́yàn kó gbọ́, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kó tọ́yàn kó má tọ́ra ẹ̀. Now the scenario I painted is a situation of someone that yes, and now that can be the fact that they taught this person and she has chosen to live like a 21st century woman in quotes is not because her parents failed, it is because the larger society has failed. Now hold on, has affected her. Where I'm going is this: if the larger now there is a way the larger society only points to larger society can affect a mature person too. There is a point they can affect you too. You are a guy, I'm a guy. I know for a fact that I don't want to smoke. I don't smoke. A young guy, I mean a young woman, can easily influenced by her friends that are doing. I went to a private university. I saw things. I saw things. I know what I saw from people from the age range of 16. Of course, I know what I saw from people from the age range of 16 to 22 then, or from 16 to 20. Let me bring it up. From 16, I know the things I saw, the behaviors I saw, and it is not because their parents failed to teach them these things. It is because when it gets to a point as an adult, when you start mixing with different people, you start picking up. If you are not careful, you start picking up bad habits from people.
See, everything still boils
bad habits. It's not the family.
See,
it's not.
That hold on.
It's not.
I understand where you are coming from. The family unit. See, when we were younger, there's a stigma around the Igbo FIFA. Má fagbó máa ń yàn lórí ni o, má fagbó máa ń yàn lórí ni, má fagbó máa ń yàn lórí ni.
Ẹ ṣe wá padà fagbó.
So growing up, whenever I actually see anybody smoking, even when I was in school, smoking, to me na like boy man you do it. And I actually saw the consequences of that smoking on them. They tend to look
irrational, they look uncared.
So that itself oti jacking like neglect that idea of I want to try smoking, and it started from the family unit. The family unit of me, my mother, and my father telling me that I shouldn't smoke.
But I want to ask a question. Did you later smoke?
Well, in all honesty, I tried it.
Well, so is that your dad's fault or your mom's fault that you smoked?
That is just down to curiosity.
Exactly. This is what I
eventually. Let me now. I know where you are going. That is why I answered your question. Now let me tell you where you are going. This is where you are going. You saying I was influenced because of the society the people I was in. To me, I will tell you this. It was not even down to them influencing me. It was down to me wanting to just have a taste of it because of my own curiosity. Now I tried, but I knew this was not for me.
Okay. The curiosity that made you try it only came to play because
of the people surrounding me.
Yes, because they are doing it. If nobody was doing it around you, you would not try it. No. Okay, hold on. Let me ask you. Ṣé wọ́n ti pààyàn ní ẹgbẹ́ rí? Why have you not been? Why have you pààyàn ní ṣojú ẹ̀rí tó máa ń ṣojú?
Yes na.
Ilẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí níbo?
I was actually small then. I was like I think age 10, 11 or 12.
And you were there from the beginning.
I saw you know this.
Or you just saw the head on the floor.
This whole masquerade festival situation.
You have still not answered my question. Did you see it from the beginning?
I saw the head. Yes.
You just saw the head.
I was there at the beginning. Mo abanku lórí.
Nígbà tó
gé tó fi ewé ìbẹ́pẹ lọ́bi gé.
Okay.
I was there. I saw the head come down.
Now
I was there.
Now before then, have you ever thought of doing something like that?
No. Normally no. Normally. Okay.
So why were you not curious to do it?
Well, because I know the large consequences of it.
So why was that curiosity now pushing you to smoke?
Now the thing is, I know that the consequences of me smoking will be as great as me killing somebody else.
Okay. Now I will say it again that the only reason you were curious about it is because people around you were doing it. If nobody around you is doing it, that curiosity will not even come to play.
Okay.
Because you don't even have an idea of what it is like to do.
Sure, you are right.
And in that situation, it is not a failure of your family unit, your father or your mother. It is a failure of the society.
I'm not saying family units entails everything. That's the beginning of everything. But when you are growing up, the society actually has a major play too. We know that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if there is a way at which family units will actually mold you, give you an idea of what the world is. So you going into the world, you know what to do and what not to do. Even though you actually involve yourself in what not to do, the ability to remove yourself out of that scenario will be faster. You'll be able to withdraw yourself out of that scenario because you know the consequences. See, ladies and gentlemen, we have to continue this discussion when our third is here. So, from me, you all have a nice day, and we'll continue the discussion next week, inshallah.
Have a great day. Thank you for listening.
See.